Hey kitty cats, it's catiejuly. This is my 4-month post-op update, so week 17, months and weeks and everything not adding up, but whatever. 4 months went by like that. It's insane. So first things first, I made my goal. My goal was hitting 80 pounds in 4 months, and I set that like middle of last week, I guess, so didn't give myself a ton of time. But I really wanted to hit 80 pounds, and I did it. So I started off 17 weeks ago at 290 pounds. I have everything written down here, so I'm looking down. Last week I was 212.8, and I just had a 1 pound loss. This week I am 208.6. Crazy! So that's 4.2 pounds this week, and brings me to a total of 81.4 pounds. Yay! So excited. The 4.2 pounds, I mean, it's so all over the map. I feel like it's part of the reason I can't get upset when I lose 1 pound a week because, you know, I exercised twice this week, but that's not insane. That's not a ton compared to last week. My calories were more this week than they were last week, and last week I lost 1 pound. This week I lost 4.2 pounds. So, I mean, I know overall the balance mathematically, scientifically will work out, but it definitely seems like 4.2 is really big. So insanely happy about it. And I did kind of my monthly averages. You guys know I'm a crazy numbers person. So the first month I lost 35 pounds. The second month I lost 15 pounds. The third month I lost 20 pounds. And then this month I've lost 11 pounds. So obviously it's, you know, trending downward, although still pretty bumpy. But that's fine. The other thing with numbers is that this week I had an average of 805 calories per day, which is also totally fine. My nutritionist says as long as I'm eating 800 or below, I should be losing weight. Again, the whole number science thing of like, really? I can't eat 900 and lose weight? So 800 though, because she gave that to me and that's my limit, I'm really going to try to stick with that. And I mean, I had 3 days where I had more than 800, but then I had a day where I had 560. You know what I mean? And I think the up and down is totally fine. Some days I'm hungrier than others. But I can see now that just because I'm hungry doesn't mean, okay, it's okay to eat now. Not saying this is like a diet, but I am having to watch a little bit more that I'm not having a little snack every 2 hours or snacking more often. Or I just got this box in the mail, and it's all these delicious little protein chips. Thank you, Amy. They're actually insanely delicious, nutty protein chips. And, you know, 1 bag is 15 grams of protein, which is awesome. And, you know, better than most other things I could be snacking on, but I don't need to have a bag every day. So just dealing with that kind of stuff in terms of, like, watching it a little bit and wanting to go to the gym more. I mean, I went on Saturday and did, let me think, 50 minutes. So I did 30 minutes on the elliptical, and I don't push myself a super ton on the elliptical because it's hard for me. And then I did 20 minutes on the treadmill. And the treadmill, when I first started, I was doing 3.0 on the treadmill, and I had worked my way up to about 3.5. Now because my foot hurts, this tendonitis, I can do about 3.3. And for the last 5 minutes of that, you know, 50-minute chunk of working out, my foot really hurt, and then the next day it hurt, so I didn't go on Sunday. So if any of you guys have ever had tendonitis, if you could let me know any tips for getting it over with quickly, that would be awesome. I'm just like really frustrated with it because it's, you know, it's weird to want to go and not be able to go and like be frustrated with my body in that way. Although also I need to get back doing arm weights. And I know that I've had some questions about what I do when I go to the gym. I don't have like the best workout probably. I'm totally not an expert, although I took a bunch of weight training classes in college randomly. So I kind of understand the basics of weight training, but usually I try to do every other day I'll do weightlifting. This is when I'm really in my routine. Now with my foot, I'm kind of out of my routine. So the days that I'm not doing weight training, I do 45 minutes either on the treadmill or, you know, 30 minutes on the elliptical and then 15 minutes on the treadmill. I can't really do more than 30 minutes on the elliptical. Days that I'm doing weight training, I only do 30 minutes of cardio. And I even take it a little bit easier on the cardio, you know, maybe do 3.3 or I'll do a little bit lighter on the elliptical. And then I do 6 machines for my upper body. So the big thing, this is is like probably totally boring. But you want to balance your muscles. So if you're doing your biceps, which is the front of your arm, then you want to do your triceps, which is the back of your arm. And you do your top of your shoulders. You want to do your chest and your back. So just sort of balancing out all the different things. But I don't know if anyone has any real questions about it. I'm totally happy if you PM me to give you the rundown on like the actual machines that I use, because I use machines at the gym, and then I also have dumbbells at home. But yeah, I'm just frustrated that I can't get back into my routine because of my foot, and then also trying not to use that as an excuse. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I should go and I should do the stationary bike, but I hate the stationary bike. Or I should go and I should be more hardcore on the weights. But going and just doing weights, even though I know that's a good workout, is like frustrating. So anyway, that's my whine for this week. My foot will get better, I know. Oh, before I forget, if any of you guys are on Twitter, now that I am like insane and on every social media platform, let me know, because I would really love to follow you. My name is on Twitter is KateRock7, so KateRock and the number 7. I don't, Twitter a ton about weight loss stuff and dieting stuff just because it's coworkers and friends, and it's just a random group. So it's more like my day-to-day and what I'm reading that I think is interesting and what I'm doing at work and that kind of stuff. But I love reading people's tweets and following people. So let me know if you're on there. And then the other thing I did, because I was really excited about hitting my 80 pounds, hitting 4 months, feeling really good. And I had lunch on Saturday or Sunday with my friend, and we went to breakfast, brunch, and then we went shopping together, and we were walking around. We walked for about a mile. So I guess maybe I worked out 3 times, but whatever. So we were walking around, and I was talking to her about it, and I was just like, oh, like I'm so happy with myself right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel really good. I mean, push comes to shove, if I have to be totally truthful, there was a lot of self-loathing on my part at 290. And not just because I was that heavy, but more because I felt like I had this huge part of my life, my health, that I could not get under control. And I felt like such a total failure. And I felt like when I met people, the first thing they were saying about me was my weight. And I felt like when I met someone new, I almost was really eager to, look over here, like I might be really, morbidly obese, but I'm also interesting and intelligent and fun, and that whole like stress and anxiety of trying to prove myself, which maybe wasn't even true on their end, that was the first thing they were saying about me, but realistically it was just like tons and tons of self-loathing. And I was talking to my friend and saying, my weight loss is slowing, and I know that, and I'm okay with it because I feel like I'm not also saddled with all that self-loathing.